I'm Claire. This is Clarobobbins. Welcome to Friday Sews, and thank you to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room for creating this hashtag. So what am I wearing today? Well, I have on my fresh from the sewing room cashmerette Vernon shirt. So the Vernon shirt is it's a curvy fitting. Cashmerette do 3 cup size pattern fronts that you can choose from when you're making any of their patterns, any of their top or dress patterns, and they come from in a CD cup, in an EF cup, and in a GH cup. So really size inclusive as well, the size range, and there are 2 pattern blocks. There are a number of patterns. They don't cover the whole pattern range, but there are a number of patterns that go from size 0 to size 16, and then the second pattern block goes from a size 12 right the way through to a size 32. So very size inclusive, great patterns, and quite a good number do come in that smaller size range, including the Vernon shirt. So I fit a size 14 GH, and I have to do a small bust, full bust adjustment on that. The cashmerette size calculator puts me on a size 16 EF, but because I have quite a small shoulder, and because I'm at my high bust measurement, and my back measurements are quite small, I found when I did my sloper that I do fit better in the size 14 with a full bust adjustment. So that's what I made this shirt in. I have done a pattern review for this that will come out on Sunday. So if you want a little bit more information about the pattern, then do have a look there. I will just show you the line drawings. It comes in 2 different styles, 2 different models. There's the A and the B. I made the A, which is the one on the left, and the B has a lantern sleeve, a more gathered head of the sleeve, and it has a lantern cuff, a more gathered head of the sleeve, and it has a covered button placket. So the A version, which I made, is just really a regular shirt. It has quite a small cuff, which one of the very fiddly things I found in making this was getting the buttonholes into the narrower cuff. It feels lovely on, and the sleeve length is spot on for me. But when I make it again, I might make a slightly wider cuff just to take account of the buttonhole. It's probably just me. One of them went in beautifully and the other I had to unpick twice to get it to go in. There we go. That's sewing for you. So I enjoyed the make, very satisfying. I made it in the Minerva Meat Milk Lyocell, Tencel Lyocell twill, which was in the January sale. It was a remnant and it was in the January sale, so a real bargain. So this was very much a wearable toile. First time I've made the cashmerette Vernon. First time I've made such a fitted shirt, and I'm really pleased with it. Very, very pleased. It's very comfortable. I will put in some video or stills of me wearing it so you can have a look what it's like 360. So what else have I been doing this week? I mentioned in my last vlog that I was going to be going off to Beartown Patchwork and Quilters in Congleton, and we were doing the rust dyeing, the next step. So this is a piece dyed in vinegar. I didn't dye this. This is one of the pieces that I picked up when I was there. This is one of the ones I dyed with the rust, and this is another one that was dyed with the vinegar. It almost looks like it's got a bit of both. Now on the night, we were asked to choose the squares we would like to make, and we're going to be doing it pretty much in half square triangles. So the triangles that make up the blocks are cut from half a square, and then the triangles are sewn together, the square is trimmed, and then there are 9 of those half square triangles per block. And that makes a really flexible way of creating the type of colour work that we want to do. So I took 2 photographs. Again, I'll insert those so you can have a little look at the ones I've chosen. One of them is mostly the vinegar dyeing, and one of them is mostly the rust dyeing. So I'll have 2 quite nice contrasting blocks to make. The back of the silk has been covered with Vilene, an iron-on Vilene suitable for silk. It has a little bit of stretch in one direction. I'm going to go over it and give it a bit more of a press before I do any cutting out, and I'll let you know how I get on with the next steps of the project. It's nice to be involved in a group project, and I like the fact that we've done it from dead stock materials that were a waste industrial product, and that we've dyed them with you know, again, waste products, rusty old stuff, and tea bags that were used. So in vinegar, yeah, the vinegar was new, white vinegar, used for cleaning, nothing special about that. So it should be a really environmentally sound and sustainable quilt when it's finished, and it's a lot of fun making it. So I thought you'd like to see those, and as I say, I'll pop some stills in so that you can see where that's going. So the other thing I wanted to talk about today, and those of you that have subscribed and have been to my other vlogs, and thank you very much for subscribing and coming back to see me, when I bought this shirt fabric, I also bought some Robert Kaufman, again in the sale, cotton twill, and I couldn't resist it. The 2 were together on the sale. They were next to each other in the sale page, and I thought they just went so nicely together. And I think if I just hold that up, I'll try not to squash my microphone. If I just hold that up, you'll see how good they look together. And I talked about fancying a pair of trousers in this fabric, and lo and behold, I was thinking either a wide leg pant, which I kind of still fancy, but I think maybe this twill, it's quite heavy and it might just be a little bit too structured for a wide leg pant. I don't want to look like I'm about to set sail, if you know what I mean. So my other go-to trouser pattern at the moment is the Largo cargos, and I've made 2.5 pairs of those. I've made a cream pair, which is the pair I'm wearing in the still shots of my shirt, and those are made from a denim from Sherwood's Fabrics, and it's a slight stretch denim, and if anything, they came up, they're fine when they've just been washed, and then they grow because it's a stretch denim. They're incredibly comfortable. I wear them all the time. They've had so much wear. Probably the most worn me-made item, certainly in the last year, 18 months. I made them straight away when the Largo cargos came out. So whenever they were launched, since then, they've been worn to death. I do have some more of that fabric, but I thought I'd like to make them in a non-stretch fabric. I've made them in linen, and linen can grow a little bit. I've made them in a turquoise bottom weight linen, and I love those, and they get a lot of wear, and they're really comfortable. And they feel like they're a slightly better fit than the cream ones, which do get a bit big. And they're just a bit baggy around the bottom, if you know what I mean. It bags out, doesn't it? And I thought if I made them in a non-stretch twill, that might give me a better fit, a better consistent fit, because I'm not sure it'll stretch out of shape quite so much. So I've got those cut out in a navy twill, and I need to make them up. They're one of my whips. I don't have very many whips, but they're one of them. So I had thought I might make this Robert Kaufman twill up as a pair of Largo cargos. Certainly the weight and the type of fabric, with it being a cotton twill, would lend itself to those. And then lo and behold, Cashmerette brought out their new club pattern on the 1st of February, and it's the Vinton trousers, the Vinton pants, and they're a subtle barrel shape. So if you think of the bob pants, but in a kind of workwear style pattern with patch pockets, which are very in at the moment. Not sure how much I like them, but I can always change the pockets. Well, loads of top stitching, and yeah, I think they'd be perfect in that Robert Kaufman twill. So I'm thinking I might have a go at the Cashmerette Vinton trousers, pants. If you like the pattern and you're not a Cashmerette Club member, because it's this month's pattern, you can sign up for the 1 month. It costs $9, so it's not expensive. And you just be a member for the 1 month and then cancel straight away, and you get that pattern for that price. I download mine. I think they are just a PDF pattern. I don't think a printed pattern is an option. I only use PDF patterns these days, pretty much. So, yeah, yeah, I think it's just a PDF pattern, but I will check. Sorry to go on. So, yeah, if you fancy making them, have a look at the Cashmerette Club pattern. It's been out on Instagram. It's been out on YouTube. There's a sew along that Whitney from Tomcat Stitchery has done. It looks really good. She made a pair for the sew along. Liked them that much. She made herself a gorgeous mustardy yellow, gold yellow colour pair that just looked fabulous. So I'm thinking, I'd like to have a go at those. So I've ordered the pattern, haven't done anything more. I can't show you the line drawing, so I will put them up wherever. I'll put them up in the video. I'll insert them. I haven't printed them off yet, so I haven't even downloaded them yet. I've bought them, got the email, and I'll be downloading those later today. So I think I'm going to have a go at those. I think those will be my next make. I also have a shirt to do for Nigel. And I'll talk more about that next week in my next plans video, because there's a lot to say about that. It's an involved make. It's a shirt for wearing, black tie shirt, so white with a bib front and a stand collar, and it's to wear when he's dancing. So I want to put stretch panels into it, and I want to attach it to a pair of shorts. Wish me luck with that one. So yeah, that'll be quite an involved make. I've never made a shirt with a wing collar. I've got some interfacing for it. I've got a pattern from within a book about shirt making. Haven't actually tried it. I've got some beautiful fabric. Anyway, I need to get on with that. So I shall be making a start with that. It's quite an involved project, so I might have that running alongside some other things. So that's me for today. Quite a short Friday sews. I've done a full pattern review of my Vernon shirt. Do have a look at it. That'll be out on Sunday. It's quite short, but it'll go into a bit more detail about how I made it. If you've got any questions about anything I've shown you today or mentioned today, do mention it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you've made the Vernon shirt, then let me know what you think and if you enjoyed it as a pattern. I'd certainly recommend it, and we'll be making more. So lovely to speak to you today. Thank you so much if you're a subscriber. Thank you very much, and do please give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon for my next video. Bye-bye. Hi. So it's Beekeeping Claire here. So it's a cool, still day. It's dry, and I'm in deepest Cheshire at my out apiary. So I have 2 hives which you can just see over my left shoulder. I'm on the edge of I'm in a raised up area, but I'll do some closer videos when I'm down there. So at this time of year it's important to check that the bees have got enough food, so I'm going to be doing that, and I'm going to do a very quick winter treatment for varroa mite. So keep my bees healthy, have a quick look. I know they were flying the other day, so I shall be in and out in just a few minutes. So I just thought you might like to see what I'm doing today. So all that job done, I'm back down with my hives. Try and get them in shot a little bit better. So the girls were very well behaved. They're very quiet at the moment. Bits of buzzing around. They didn't like being opened with it being quite so cold weather. But yes, they're doing really, really well. There are 2 hives here, and then we have 4 at home. So probably 7 frames of bees in the one that I'm next to, and 6 in the far one, and they were both nucleus hives with new queens this summer. So they're doing really well. So all bodes well for the spring when they'll go crazy mad making new bees. It'll be a little bee making factory. Okay, so there we go. So it's glorious here. It's really, really quiet. I'm kind of miles from anybody, so it's really lovely. At my friend's farm, and there's a bee there. I don't know if you can see her. Just come out to see what's going on. Yeah, a bit cold. It'll be a guard bee. It'll be a guard bee coming to check on me. She is having a bit of a fly out the front of the hive. I've gone back in. Yeah, thinking, what is going on? Okay, I'm going to go back home, collect some shopping. Real life going on here. Collect some shopping. Mum-in-law coming for tea. So yeah, hello Marjorie if you're watching this. Looking forward to making you some roast lamb for tea.